Maybe someday I'll learn to fucking shoot the moon while I'm all over the place. But the moon's all over the place too, as she just peered into view a little bit ago after being out here all night looking for her. Gosh dang it. Maybe this would be a good set spot here. Let's see what it does. I got this little cheap tripod, folks, but I'm gonna get a better one. I mean, this is so fucking cheap. But we still obviously are seeing the same spherical face of the moon that's up there that they observe in Australia. Now, you gotta think 3D here, folks, because if the Earth is a ball and the moon is a ball and you're sitting on the 45th north of the Earth ball and you're looking would be over and down at the position of the moon, you would be seeing the top part of the sphere of the moon. Whereas if you were in Australia and you were looking out at the moon, you would actually be seeing the bottom half of the sphere of the moon. So you actually wouldn't even have a northern view and southern view that was remotely close to the same. I'm going to be loading this up and comparing to the eclipses that have been loading up. Plenty of them from the fucking Wolfie and them. They're uploading moon videos. And I'm going to do the same and compare my moon with their moon. I know mine's all over the place. I ain't quite got the shit they got yet, but this P900 is going to come in handy. Anyway, I just like to know how in the heck you guys can even argue about, hey, I see the moon but it's backwards from what you see, it's rotated around. You wouldn't see the same face of the moon, folks. That's a given. Take a fucking billiard ball, a striped one, hold it at arm's distance out in front of yourself there, and hold it up in the air at 45 degrees and look at the bottom of that billiard ball. And remember, that's what you would be seeing from the Australian view. Now, move it down and look at the top of that billiard ball without rotating it. That's the view you're going to get from the northern so-called hemisphere that doesn't exist on this plane. But you insist on arguing about the orientation of the rabbit ears and the eyeballs on the moon, when in fact you would not even see the same fucking part of the sphere if the moon was even a sphere. I'm not claiming to know what the moon is, I just know that I've been really studying it here lately, coming up on this eclipse, and there's some oddities. I don't know if it remains hidden, if it can turn itself off and on. Like I said, this is the third time now, and this was within 10 minutes. You see that satellite go between the moon there? I did. I guess satellites are real. Yeah, right there at 21:52 or whatever. But that's only 11 minutes in. But yeah, so your argument is mute, people, with the orientation of the moon features, because the southern hemisphere would not even be looking at what the northern hemisphere is looking at. Yeah, this camera is way too sensitive for these cheap little tripods, folks. So if you buy you a camera, don't think you're gonna go down to your local fucking computer store and buy a tripod to be worth fuck. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go spend a couple $100 probably on a nice tripod. That's a given. But that's alright if that's what it takes to get the good images created by nature, captured by Nikon. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Anyway, give it a thought and let me know what you think, man, because if you think you're actually gonna just see a different orientation of them blobs of them on the moon because you're in Australia, you're absolutely wrong. If their purported solar system and you being upside down and on the bottom of the ball from us, you would not even see the same sphere. You would be looking at in Australia, you would be looking at the southern half of the moon because you would be looking out and up at it. And in the northern half, on the northern sphere of the Earth, you'd be looking down and on top of the northern sphere of the moon. So quit fucking arguing about the orientation of the fucking features of the moon. Besides that, the moon actually has a pretty cool image in it right now. Almost looks like a baby in a womb. I didn't say that, but look at that. People, don't that look like a baby? And oh shit. Bringing that back. Yes, it does. See, that tripod's failing me now. It's fucking falling over and all sorts of shit. Now I lost my moon. I don't want to adjust the focus on it. It's already tuned in. Oh man. Too bad. Got to get back there. Cheap tripods aren't worth a fuck, people. Don't get yourself a cheap tripod if you get you a good camera. That was sucked right there. Yeah, look at the baby in the moon. The baby in the womb in the moon. Ain't that fucking cool? Wow. And it's kind of a bloody moon. Yeah, don't get a cheap tripod, folks. Oh, damn it. This one might be alright if I added 20 pounds of weight to it. That's probably what I do while I wait for my good one to come in. Just carry a weight with it. Yeah, see that? Alright, folks. I've wasted enough of your time and my time too for the night. Let me try to zoom in here. Maybe two hands on this camera on this stand is better than using the tripod as more of a Let's see if we can zoom into Tycho before I go. Uh-oh. There's Tycho. There you go, there's Tycho. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there you go. I can grab this other zoom and really digify it. Maybe not. Yeah, bear with me, folks. I'll get better. Promise you that. Gotta admit, that is a good picture of Tycho. Good picture of the moon. Alright, yeah. You wouldn't be worried about the orientation, you'd be worried about different spheres with that moon. Peace out, folks. Have a good evening.